Welcome to Screencast, our only entertainment podcast where we discuss all entertainment news, TV shows, streamed services, and movies that we have been watching.
I love this already.
Yeah? I'm your host, Kevin Coelho. Whoa, did not expect you guys to be sitting this way. I feel like in the other thing we recorded, you guys were sitting the other way. Interesting.
I don't think so, were we?
I don't even know.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And joining me today is the man with the 3-finger movie scale, Nick Scarpino.
That's me, baby. It's
Nick,
good,
what's
good.
the 3-movie scale?
Well, I call it the finger scale for short.
The finger scale. It's good to know.
In case you can't get that. You got on top here, good. On the bottom, good, bad. I'm sorry, the middle, good, bad. And then on the bottom, bad. This is the 3-tiered, 3-finger patented Nick Scarpino
Can't
movie
wait to see
formula.
that thing in action.
There it is. Wow. Since you're the closest one to me, you're going to see it first.
And to his right, my hetero life mate, you know him as Tim, 30 under 30. Gettys.
It's me.
Hey,
What's
Tim.
up, host?
There it is.
Are you going to introduce
There it is.
yourself?
I already did. I said Kevin Coelho.
Kevin Coelho.
Yeah.
Hosting his show for the first
For the
time
very
ever.
first
right here. Kind
time.
of funny screencast.
Yeah.
It's going to be
I
fun.
have never introed a show that I remember. I don't think I've ever done this before.
Yeah.
Speaking of shows, this show is recorded live every Friday at 11 a.m. on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames and then posted on youtube.com/kindafunny.
Here's what I'm going to love about this. The / is already bothering Tim because I used to
Oh,
do
I
the
know.
/
I thought a
all the
lot
time.
about it.
He hates it.
Oh, it's
so
also-
much.
Stuck in the middle of this.
It's also on all your favorite podcast services. So if
true.
you enjoy this,
Search for Kind of Funny Screencast on the podcast
Barrett,
service
I
of
said,
your choice.
if you enjoy this,
Sorry.
go ahead and give it that little like. Give it that little like, you know? Add a little positivity.
Yeah.
So this is Screencast.
What is Screencast? What's the first thing we're doing in
I think
Screencast?
he already
I
went
feel like I
through
already
the
said that.
I mean, let's get it going.
All right, well, first we're going to start with housekeeping. A little bit of housekeeping for you. It's Kinda Funny's 4th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a good old-fashioned fundraiser. Head over to patreon.com/Kinda Funny to see all the cool shows we're adding, like this one, the world tour we're planning, and learn about Patreon memberships like the Bronze membership, which gets you to participate in shows like Screencast. Wow. Yeah, I know. It's awesome. This show is brought to you by our sponsors, MeUndies, Quip, and Slack. But more about that later. First, it's time for the news. And we have 5 stories.
Biggers doesn't.
Well, no one does anything on this show. I just wanted to find out if anyone would.
We're going to develop
Yeah,
stuff.
no, I know.
figure it out.
But I wanted to
happen.
see what Barrett would do, and he does nothing.
Well, Barrett was what we like to call a blank slate right now. He is
Blank
just,
slate Barrett.
Yeah.
he is like a
hate that.
zygote.
Did you
okay?
see
He
that a
hasn't
lot of
even been
people in the chat are calling him Baby Boy Barrett?
No one's calling me that in the
It's
chat.
interesting how many
Stop
people in the
making that
chat
up.
are calling him that. Yeah, right, chat? You know what I mean? Yeah, they know. They know what's
I
up.
fucking hate you.
What's the first story?
The first story, Game of Thrones prequel rounds out main cast, found on Variety.com by Joe Otterson. Game of Thrones, if you noticed, our background right now.
Beautiful.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They've announced what the prequel show is going to be. They've also announced the director for the pilot, S.J. Clarkson.
Love it. When's the prequel? When is this happening?
They didn't say.
Because
I
they're
don't think it's
finishing
been
up the main
announced
season
yet.
this year, right?
Yeah.
The
When
show
is that- when
ends
is that
this year.
debuting?
I think that they're just teasing out, like, and letting people know Game of Thrones is ending, but it's not really ending.
Yeah. Also, the story, let me skip forward here, of the prequel is taking place thousands of years before the events of Game of Thrones, and show chronicles the world's descent from the golden age of heroes into its darkest hours, which is the story we've heard a bunch of times about.
The Valerian, the fall of Valeria. and stuff.
No. That's like 700 years after that. This is the story of the darkest night that lasted for a super long time when the others were created and started coming down, or White Walkers, I mean.
Yeah,
You
I don't
know?
know if we need this.
Stabby,
I'm a
stabby
little-
elf.
I'm a little
we definitely
concerned
don't
about
need
this
But
this.
prequel
We
do
show.
we
don't need
want
this.
more stuff? I think we
No.
do.
No.
No, you don't want more Game of Thrones.
My thing
I'm
is this.
excited that it's going to
when
end.
they, like this smacks with Better Call Saul-ness to me. And here's what I mean
To
by
be
that.
fair,
People really like.
really like.
But I did not. I
Better
I
Call
watched
Saul
it, and
arguably-
before everyone jumps down, like, you didn't watch the whole. I watched like almost the entirety of the first season of Better Call Saul. Just didn't like it. It's slow. It's not Breaking Bad. And this is what they always keep doing with this. This is Fear the Walking Dead. This is Better Call Saul. We don't need more of the perfect thing. You're not going to get any better than the last season of Game of Thrones. Whatever this thing is, it doesn't matter. Because the other problem is this. It's a prequel. There's no suspense and inevitability. We know how this ends. They win or they don't win.
Well, one of the big like taglines that HBO is using is that like the story's not what you expected. So it seems like they're going to change things up.
Man, here's the problem. Here's the biggest problem with all these prequels is that it's same with Fantastic Beasts. Where you're like, it's going to be fine. It's going to be enjoyable. People will watch this. They'll enjoy it. But like, I look at Fantastic Beasts and I'm like, what is the main reason why I'm not really invested in this? It's because I know 50 years later, there's an even cooler story that's going to happen with Harry Potter. And who gives a shit about Newt Scamander?
Well, I think it's even more interesting here is like you're talking about Fantastic Beasts. That's what 50 years earlier. Not even 50,
it's in the
50, 30 years.
I want to say.
I don't
this
know.
Is a thousands
years.
of
like,
years. What is it? Thousands?
And I know that we've been dealing with families and legacy and history on the show for so long that like we have heard about at least
all this
referenced
backstory,
1,000 years. But like,
and like the Starks, we know that's an ancient family, so they're probably going to be involved. We know that
but
they're
that's
going to
the
be
thing is
involved.
like they aren't going to be involved.
But like
someone named Stark will be
that's true.
involved.
That's true.
Like, that's just weird. Like,
damn, you guys are actually winning me over on like being against this, and I don't like that because I was excited. I wanted more.
I mean, I'm not. I will see how.
No, Nick's making a lot of sense. I can't believe I'm saying this.
It's true.
Yeah.
Nick's making a lot of sense.
Again, all the haters. We'll all give this a chance. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Totally.
This is the team that brought us Game of Thrones. This is one of the. This is one of, if not the best show ever made on HBO or on television. Period. I mean, one could argue that the pantheon of television shows this belongs heavily in the top 5.
Game of Thrones, I've said this before, is my favorite thing in media history that I've ever consumed.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing.
It's so well made.
Anything. It's just
better than American
chef's
Vandal.
kiss.
Yeah, way better.
And I love American Vandal, but dude, Game of Thrones is just.
Do you know anything about the S.J. Clarkson who's directing the pilot?
No,
I know that she did Defenders, Jessica Jones.
Ew.
Yeah, some of them, and it's also she's just doing the pilot. It seems
this is the big question. How close are the 2 original creators to this? Because it looks like they're moving on to other stuff, right? Aren't they doing a Star Wars movie?
I think that they're doing another another Game of Thrones show as well.
Really?
Yeah.
That's too much.
There's been a lot of Game of Thrones.
There's a lot of Game of Thrones, but it's very popular.
I'm more
now.
excited for them, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm more excited for the guys that did the 2 guys that gave us Game of Thrones to move on to Star Wars. I'll be honest with you. I'm like, that's really cool. That could be a fun, unique, cool thing. These guys know how to tell a story.
What was the casting news though?
So they announced like, let's see, 9 new actors, but honestly, none of them have been in much. So we've got Naomi Ackie, who is in Star Wars Episode 9. That seems like that's the biggest thing of note on her IMDb. Dennis Goff, who is Yennefer in The Witcher 3, a game I haven't played, but a name that is, I feel like, very familiar. And then we've got 2 more that I want to...
Imagine it's Denise.
Yes, it is Denise. Good catch on that one.
Not Dennis.
And then
Close enough.
and then we've got Jamie Campbell Bower and Toby Regbo, and that's young Grindelwald and young Dumbledore from the Star Wars movies. I'm sorry, the Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm tired and sick.
Great.
So yeah,
Cool.
You know, a bunch of characters that I don't know. I'm sure they'll do a great job. We'll see how that all pans out. All right. News story number 2, Barrett. Oh, Hobbs and Shaw gets an official
baby.
title.
Let's go.
By Collider, written by Adam Chitwood. Universal Pictures has settled on an official title for the upcoming Fast and the Furious spin-off movie we previously were referring to as Hobbs and Shaw. The title is Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Excellent move.
Excellent.
Very important.
They nailed it, you know?
It's a terrible move.
What would you call it?
Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw.
I'm
Well,
down
what's
for
wrong
that
with the
too.
presents? I like the
Presents is
presents.
stupid. Here's my problem with presents. It smacks of this is like a straight to video Disney movie that's like that they just didn't have nearly the budget. And I know it's not going to be that, by the way. This is going to be a mega movie.
Do you think it's going to be a good movie?
No, but do I think any of the Fast and Furious movies are
Don't,
good movies?
Don't.
On
your scale,
I think it's going to be
on your
What's your scale?
yeah.
Where they
it's
land?
going to be smack dab in the middle. It's going to be a
Really?
good bet.
You think that's what?
I mean,
Sorry.
let's-
Okay, this one potentially could be a good bad.
I think it's going to let me back up. I think predominantly all of the Fast and Furious movies are good bad movies. In that they're not good movies. They're
Even
not like
6?
well made. Yeah, but they're not well made movies. They're just they're so fun that they transcend like being a bad movie. But like they don't make any sense, and the characters are what they are, and it's just like all the stuff's wacky and zany. Do I feel like he's gonna fucking punch Statham through a wall again and become a superhero? Yeah. Is it gonna be dumb as shit? Yeah.
God,
Am I gonna watch it?
I can't wait.
Am I gonna watch it when it comes out and say it's the best movie ever made? 100%. Do I think Hobbs Shaw is gonna be good? I think The Rock has been on a tear of very mediocre movies for the past 2 years.
That's interesting.
And I don't see this being any different than a Jumanji level.
Jumanji, not that bad.
Not that bad.
Not that bad.
And that's the thing. I
Rampage,
think with Hobbs and
not that
Shaw,
good.
I think with Hobbs and Shaw, we're going to get just a really fun action movie that's ultimately forgettable.
I'm hoping it's better than Fast 8. I feel like when you look at the Fast and Furious movies as a whole, and we're about to rewatch them for the review.
Hell
series,
yeah.
God, I can't wait for that. I
I'll
am
see where
actually
how
excited.
I feel, how it all shakes out there. But I feel like in terms of the Nick scale of the good, bad, bad, I feel like there are
Nick Scarpino patented
more
finger scale.
There's probably about equal
hate
good,
that.
and good, bad Fast and Furious movies, in my
But
opinion.
like, let me be perfectly honest. Like when I say good, I mean like Interstellar or like Blade Runner is a good movie.
Wait a minute.
Most movies
You're
that I
saying
love
the
that
scale's broken.
Fast
most
and
movies that I,
Furious?
just to clarify these movies, most movies that I love rewatching are in the middle category of like they're
The
not
good,
they're
bad.
just more focused on being fun, entertaining movies than they are being like groundbreaking like cinema. I don't think of Fast and Furious as cinema, but I also don't want to watch cinema at 11 o'clock at night when I just want to fucking hang out and have some
Yeah.
popcorn. You know what I mean?
I totally agree with all that. I just think that there's room for movies that aren't trying to be art pieces that are still just they're great movies.
No, I
And
mean,
feel like
I
some of
don't-
the Fast and Furious movies are great movies. They set up rules, they live by those rules.
Do you think that this, like, best case scenario, do you think that this could be like a great movie? Like, do you think there's any chance?
Best case, yeah.
Yeah.
I do think.
Hobbs and Shaw.
But that's what I'm worried
that's
about. Like,
fine,
with,
man.
with the fact that, like, that dude
Look at
killed,
these two
I know.
assholes.
I know.
you know? Like, they can't undo that unless they start time traveling.
And that's what I'm saying.
I'm
It's
ready
like,
for it.
There's so much shit they could do. And
Yeah.
I expect this to be more close to Fast 8 than to Fast 5. But we'll have to see.
Mm-hmm.
I think Presents is a great name because like I don't expect this to be that great, so I'd rather it kind of be a side thing. We all remember when Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift came out with the colon, and like that was essentially a straight to DVD movie that just happened to play in theaters. You know, and like that became a cult classic that launched the franchise into what it is today. But I don't know that we would have needed another one of those with this. I like the Presents. We might get a Han movie.
Who
That's what I'm
directed
saying.
Tokyo Drift 3?
Justin Lin.
Justin.
Yeah,
Lin.
he's the one that carried the series. The issue with Fast
So
and Furious
good.
Hobbs and Shaw is that it's what do you do when you make the second one? Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw 2 Into the Darkness. Like how long is
No,
this fucking
then you
title
get
gonna be?
then you get
Like
rid of
Fast
the
and Furious
presents.
has ever fucking cared about.
Then it's just Hobbs and Shaw
names.
2.
well, I mean, but they have a what's the
Two Hobbs, two
craziest
Shaw.
Next story.
Yeah.
Big Hobbs, Big Shaw?
Nailed it there.
Yeah. All right. The next story, Barrett. Aquaman becomes the highest grossing DC EU film worldwide. Story found on comicbook.com by J.K. Schmidt. Another big week.
Is shocked.
That this is the
Oh,
biggest,
no, yeah,
highest
I'm
grossing
blown
Hol-
away.
I can't believe
This
people-
has
I can't
beaten
believe
Batman v Superman.
And
by
Wonder
how
Woman.
much? Let me tell you shortly. Another big weekend for Aquaman, with the DC comic moving once again being the reigning champ at the domestic box office. This latest weekend puts it one step closer to supplanting Christopher Nolan's series of Batman films. Wow.
Wait, to doing what?
Sorry.
Oh, surplanting.
Yeah.
I thought they were
This
planning
is-
more films. I was like, wait, that's a big.
This
that's
is
a big
gonna
story.
make more money than like actually good movies.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, but that's
insane.
always been the
That works.
case. It's always
Has
been the
it?
case. Yeah, I mean, like that's the.
But I
mean,
feel
let's
like-
take a look at Into the Spider-Verse, right? Which we talked about on it. But like that movie is not grossing nearly as much as what I think it should be grossing. It's doing well, but
Yeah.
that movie should be hitting
But
a billion.
I feel
It's
like
not going to.
the fact that it's animated, makes it more difficult
Yeah,
for it
but
to hit those highest
that
numbers.
same thing can be used for everything, right? Like the biggest heartbreak for me was Blade Runner 2049, which
Yeah, it was
was a
devastating.
fucking one of my favorite movies of I think it was 2017, but just utterly failed at the cinema, and
Mm-hmm.
all of us went and saw it, and You maybe you don't like deep sci-fi like that, but I was like enthralled.
No,
the
it was a
entire time.
great
I've watched that
movie.
movie 3 times since, and it didn't. We're never getting a sequel to that now. And then Aquaman, everyone comes back and goes, it's just a smorgasbord of crazy stuff that makes no sense. And of course, it gets more. But that's just the mainstream appeal of these movies.
Yeah.
I'm surprised because of everything that it has going for it, which is not too much. Jason Momoa, people like him, but like he's also not like this ticket seller.
Yeah.
I guess now he is, but like
Not really, but
when-
not really though, because I feel like here's the problem is that
But
these
he
movies
must
are
be,
more
right?
about the franchises than they are about the stars. It's been that way ever since Marvel really struck gold with what they were doing.
But
and now it's like, I
DCEU
guarantee if you
has-
recasted this, people are like, who gives a shit? It doesn't
I
matter.
feel like DCU has always been trying to make it about the overall world, but I don't think they've ever been successful at doing that. Like,
They haven't, and-
no one cares about canon and DCEU.
I'm just
right?
shocked that
think
this
everyone
movie
cares
is
about DCEU.
selling as many tickets as it is because it doesn't have the like novelty of Wonder Woman being the first
Yeah.
female-led superhero movie on that scale, and it doesn't have Batman or Superman in its name. It's Aquaman, and this is post-Justice.
It's crazy. So let me read the
release date,
box
though, for
office
it.
results as of right now.
Was it a good release date? The same day that Into the Spider-Verse and Bumblebee also came out?
Yeah, I thought it came out before. It came out well before Bumblebee.
No, day.
The same day as
Same
Bumblebee?
day, dude. And
thought it came out a week
before. Look that up really quick?
Spider-Man ran away
Checking.
and went up a week early to not go on December 21st.
Smart call.
Interesting.
Was it December 24th? It wasn't December 14th the week before?
December 21st. December 14th was Spider-Man.
I thought December 8th was Spider-Man.
No, it was the 14th with Spider-Man.
Okay. So it has Aquaman's latest box office results put the film at $943.2 million worldwide, finally passing Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice at $873.6 million. This makes it the top grossing film in the current era.
It's gonna cross that Billy.
It is.
Which
It did go up
blows
against
my
Bumblebee.
mind.
How's Bumblebee doing?
I haven't seen any numbers. That'd be interesting.
So one of the stats that I
just
like
kinda
is
came and
currently.
went.
It's still going.
No, I know people were seeing it, but I was just like, wow, that's.
Do you
I
intend to
just
watch
haven't
it
thought
all?
about that. I have not had time to watch either of these.
No, do you intend to watch
Yeah,
either of
I
them?
really want. I do. I want to watch both actually. I really wanted to watch Bumblebee as well, but Tim's not my friend anymore.
So currently,
You know what I mean? It's like
currently Aquaman
Someone
is
hits a
number
boy, I don't
46
hate it so
successful
much.
movie of all time,
Yeah.
and the number 3 most successful underwater movie, right after Finding Nemo and Finding Dory.
So
Fact I liked.
Barrett just brought this up. As of yesterday, Bumblebee is worldwide at 289 million, which puts it at pretty above Into the Spider-Verse currently.
that's not good though.
Yeah, it's not good, especially with its budget being 135 million.
Yeah,
I think
that's really
Spider-Verse's budget was only 90 some odd million.
Yeah.
But these numbers are never like accurate because they don't include
there's
marketing
so
and
much-
stuff.
so
So,
much-
it's going to be
For
higher.
a movie that costs 135 million, you want that thing to be a lot bigger than 200 million.
What do they usually
Actually, I
say?
guess 300
Three
million.
times is what they usually say is what the
million's
goal.
not terrible, and it just came out, so it'll
Yeah,
keep
I mean, it
cranking.
literally just came out. Like, I think this
Yeah.
thing's gonna have legs for a while, but the Transformers series was such a moneymaker for so long, but the last one, tanked. Like it was really kind of not a hit. So this was a much smaller thing, and I think it's gonna keep kind of like slowly creeping up.
But so will Aquaman.
Do you feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
Which is crazy. Now you've seen Aquaman.
I have seen Aquaman.
How did you like it?
I did not like Aquaman.
At all?
No, not at all.
I'm
There are things about it. The creature designs were cool, and the world that
not
they
the
built.
like giant monster at the end. That thing looks so dumb.
But-
The lobster with
I was
like
fine with
octopus
that. I liked-
tentacles.
I feel like they-
spoilers. I haven't seen this shit yet.
Don't worry,
They
there's-
made it cool. Yeah,
You'll be
right.
surprised regardless of what I say right now.
There was some cool stuff there, but I think overall it just it meandered way too much. I feel like so many of the plot points, like characters, didn't need to be involved. So many. It was such a we got to go here, then we got to go there, then we got to go there, and it's like you didn't need to do any of that at all. Like you straight up could have. Italy could have been cut out of the movie.
Completely.
The desert
But
could have
Italy
been cut
was
out of the movie.
the best part, though.
Italy was some of the best part.
Man, that's
I
unfortunate.
watched the movie. I watched the movie, and I'm blown away by how much I enjoyed it. The whole movie seemed like someone was making a joke, and I was in on it.
So on the Nick scale, it's a good bad.
It's good, bad,
Yeah.
and
Alright,
that
there
is
you go.
actually when I tweeted about it. That's what I put it on
I
the
would
Nick
put it
scale.
as bad. To me, it was one of the worst uses of my AMC A list.
The bigger question for me is how does it rank up to the other movies that have come before it? Not Wonder Woman. We know Wonder Woman's probably better for this movie.
2/3 of it is better than this movie. the last third act.
How does this rank up to Justice League or
Personally,
Dawn of
I
Justice?
enjoyed it more than most of the DC movies. Yeah, I don't know if I can say more than Wonder Woman, but
more than Man of Steel.
yeah, I didn't like Man of Steel.
For me, Wonder Woman and Man of Steel are top tier DC movies. And then there's just a pretty big chasm after that. And like, I honestly don't care enough to argue, which is like where they rank.
No, I just want to know, like, I don't, not in rank. I just want to know, like, how.
Well, what I'm
to me,
saying is, it's like they're just different types of whatever.
Yeah.
You know, they all have they have moments that are really cool.
Yeah.
Like Aquaman doesn't have any moment to me that was as cool as the Justice League versus Superman fight.
That's
that
true.
happened.
It doesn't. Yeah,
But
that's a solid point.
Yeah, like when I think of Man of Steel, for instance, like I think there are some really beautiful standout moments in that movie. Like
that's what I'm saying. Man of Steel is good.
Yeah, but there are a lot of
Steel's
dumb
actually-
and disappointing moments where it's like, why don't you just save your dad?
Well, see, for me,
He's
like
right there.
that was stupid.
You know?
But for me, Man of Steel always just lacks something, and I can't put my finger on what it is. But it did have amazing moments. Like I'll never forget that moment that they were able to create, and that was the first time he flies.
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
he leans down and he puts his fucking hand on the ground.
That's
and
up there
swirl.
with the best superhero moments in any movie.
It's pretty great.
ever.
It's
And
pretty great.
Like it's just in a movie that overall is.
But was it
Building a
the
world that
same
overall
feeling when you
is-
saw Aquaman ride a fucking dolphin?
No, he doesn't
Did he
say
not
my
ride a
man
dolphin
even
in this one?
once.
That was a wild guess. Wild guess. I just imagine he's riding two dolphins like they're fucking
No,
rollerblades.
hey, unfortunately not in this movie. But it would have made sense with like the movie that they
would
built.
have made
Yeah.
if he did that, it wouldn't have been out of place.
I'm very interested to see if you enjoy it when you watch it. So
You know I'm gonna.
I guess my thing.
it has a lot of moments where I'm like, oh my god, this is like a Steven Seagal movie.
I enjoy all these movies.
Yeah.
As you guys know, I'm calling Shazam right now. I think it's gonna be legit fun and good.
Aquaman made me more excited for Shazam.
And after seeing Zach Levi jacked out of his fucking mind in The Marvelous Miss Maisel, and
God,
does that make any
huge.
sense? No.
Yeah.
But do I care? No. He's still huge in
Yeah.
that. I'm jacked for Shazam.
Speaking of Marvel, I was going to move to the next.
Sorry, just last thing I want to say
Uh-huh.
is that I feel like Aquaman didn't have that Justice League fight moment. It didn't have the Superman learning to fly moment, and also it didn't have the like Themyscira moment of them being on the island in Wonder Woman and like seeing this world where I'm like, whoa, this is beautifully realized.
You didn't
and-
like
and
the
interesting.
reveal when there was like, oh, they can see in night and everything lit up and it was like, oh, look how pretty this
I
world
feel like
looks.
so much of that it to me reeked of fuck. We need that Wakanda moment. We got to figure it out, and it really felt like a Me Too thing, not a.
It's so, oh my god!
good
Don't
music,
even
not
get me
the bad
started on.
music.
Don't even get me
It's
started on
not that
Wakanda
good.
moments because I just watched Infinity War again,
Such a
and
good movie.
I don't know how the fuck they did this, but every time in the movie they went to another
different
place,
place?
you get
Space.
super excited.
Wakanda,
and you
you
get
hear
that
the
song,
music?
and you're like,
Oh.
we're in Guardians, and then we'll go, and I'm like, oh man, this is. Even I was watching it with Dee, and she was like, how do they do it? And I'm like, I don't know, but if DC were smart, they would just steal everyone. They would steal everyone. From Marvel.
It's so true.
All right, so the next story, which I was transitioning with Marvelous Miss Maisel, but Tim ruined that.
That's
Thanks,
what I
Tim.
do, baby.
Golden Globes happened.
Yeah, they did.
So I got all this information off the NewYorkTimes.com, compiled by Sarah Arid. The Golden Globes need to stop. Like I just, like, they have so many awards.
Yeah,
that
but
looking
the Golden
through
Globes
the
are
list
like,
is like,
at least they're not the Emmys. You know what I mean?
well, but no, TV shows need something. You know,
Well,
because
they get the gold- they
Oscars
have
don't.
Golden Globes.
Yeah, Golden Globes don't need to stop. They need to make some changes. But it's obvious what they're doing. They're just padding things out for advertising dollars, and it's just all
Sure.
it is just a big fashion show.
All right, let's go over some awards that I thought were noteworthy. Best Motion Picture in the Drama category, Bohemian Rhapsody. All right, boys, Queen. You know what I mean?
Well, the importance of this obviously is like a lot of people use the Golden Globes to predict what's going to happen at the bigger, badder show, which is the
Yeah.
Oscars. So Bohemian Rhapsody taking an award is a really good sign that
Well, it
that's
took
gonna
multiple
be-
awards.
multiple awards. That's
Yeah.
good. That's great. That means that the team might be,
Or at least the
they might get
movie.
some accolades or some recognition at the
Yeah.
Oscars.
Yeah, I enjoyed Bohemian Rhapsody a lot.
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow
Awesome.
as of filming, and I've already seen it as of going live.
There you
So
go.
I'm very excited.
Yeah,
about
I'm excited, but I don't know if I'd give it awards of that level. But
So what times I apologize.
Best Motion Picture in the
it's-
drama category.
To me, it's definitely not best motion picture in the drama category. I have some other top picks for movies that came out last year that I think are much better than that. But I liked Bohemian Rhapsody, but I honestly think that movie suffered from. Actually, I don't think it suffered from anything. I think it's perfect to what it is. All it needs. Have you seen it yet or no?
No, I'm seeing it
You're gonna love it.
tomorrow.
Sorry, I
I'm very
apologize.
excited. No, it's okay. It's one of those.
It's one of those things where like you're gonna watch it and go, "This movie is exactly what it needed to be." It is just a
fun
2-hour
concert.
long fun concert with a little bit into the inside of these people's lives, and that's pretty much it. But it just didn't hit on the level of some other biopics that I think were a lot better.
Yeah, I can't believe I haven't seen it yet.
You're
Very
gonna love
disappointing. Very disappointing.
It's fun.
A couple other things is Best Motion Picture under animated was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
hell yeah,
Shout
man.
outs to
Hell
it.
yeah.
I mean, what can take that down? The only other thing that I can think of that could be even
Incredibles
close
2.
to it is
Incredibles 2.
but
And
it's
Incredibles
not.
2 was incredible.
It's good. I watched it again
Yeah.
on the plane. I
It's
love that
so
movie.
funny.
It's not Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
That's
it's
true.
Now, Incredible, like if it was Incredibles 1 versus Spider-Verse, I'd be like, whoa, here we have a just almost perfectly formatted superhero movie versus something that's so wild and out there and takes a lot of chances that I don't want to pick between those two movies.
Right.
But Incredibles 2, solid. Everyone should love it. It deserves a good job, but it's not Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I totally agree. I hope that this is a sign to come with the Oscars.
Another award that I'm excited for is Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. Christian Bale in Vice, a movie that I'm so excited to see. Nick, I believe
win.
you're the only one that has seen it here.
If Christian Bale doesn't win Best Actor award at the Academy Awards, I will never watch that show again.
I feel like you haven't watched the last 3 years.
I was like, no, I'll watch it again. But here's the deal. I didn't see a lot of movies last year, and actually going through some of the movies that I should have watched, I was like, fuck, this is embarrassing. But I did manage to see Vice, and he is transcendent in that movie. He just fucking disappears into Cheney. It is crazy, and it's awesome.
Do you have who won Best Actress?
So the last one is Best Performance by an Actress in a Television Series, Musical, Comedy, and that's Rachel Brosnahan for The Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Who won Best Actress for movies, though? Let me look it up.
Well, again, there's multiple genres, so it was...
Did Toni Collette win anything for Hereditary?
No.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
She
was someone won for The
amazing
Wife.
in that movie.
A movie I hadn't seen, so I didn't want to bring it up.
That was Glenn Close starred as
Glenn Close. I didn't know she was still alive.
Oh,
Did you know she was still alive?
Glenn Close still kicking it.
Still going strong,
the winners
apparently.
nominated Lady Gaga in A Star Is Born, and I think she's probably going to get a nod for Oscars for that because that movie was actually really good. In fact, I don't know how I didn't see that on my list.
Is that her first time in a movie? Like a real movie, not like a documentary movie? Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga, I believe so.
Yeah.
Before that, the only thing notable that I know she was in was American Horror Story.
Yeah,
She did a
which
series of that.
TV show. I'm sure she won an
Yeah.
Emmy for that because they give those away. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Emmys suck. She's in Machete and Sin City. But those are, I think those were cameos.
I mean, this
both
is
those movies.
definitely her first time as a lead.
Yeah, a
movie.
leader.
And if you haven't seen A Star Is Born, I really, really liked that movie. I thought it was really, really good. Not the least of which because she actually performs most, if not all, of the songs live while they're happening.
That's
Has
And,
Joey
like,
seen it yet?
I just went back. What's that?
Has Joey seen it yet?
No, Joey, for some reason, was just vehemently against watching that movie.
Gotcha.
If you're watching now, please tweet at Joey and tell her.
But
She walked in. Never mind. Walk away.
Here's
She
my.
looks. I've never seen her that mad.
Yeah, no, Joey's fuming right now. She's over there just crushing fucking
She
balls
doesn't like
and
stars.
shit.
She doesn't like babies.
Have you seen the movie The Wife, the one for Best Actress in a Drama?
I don't even know what that movie is.
No, yeah, me neither.
I don't even know.
I don't know either.
I didn't even hear what you guys are talking about. I'm just assuming it's A Star Is Born.
Yeah, it is. In fact, A Star
Okay,
Is Born.
just
So
making
everyone
sure.
tweet at Joey. A Star Is Born. How is it? Is it good?
How is it?
Question mark. Put two question marks.
The thing about A Star Is Born that I like, sorry to keep lamenting on this because I know we're late on
No,
time.
it's okay.
Is that, I went and saw Mary Poppins last weekend.
Did you?
I did. And I liked it. It was fine. It was way too long for a kid's movie.
Yeah.
And my wife was like, yeah, well, do you think this is long? Watch the original Mary Poppins
Yeah.
movie. And she was like, I fast forward through half that stuff. My thing was this. There's one song in that movie where the dad, who, by the way, is a phenomenal actor, and I forget his name.
Ben Whishaw?
Yeah, he's fucking great. And he sings a song, and he sings it up in the attic, and he's actually singing it. And you're like, oh, that's really, really good. And everything else in that movie was just kind of bad lip sync, 80, like just tarot. And I'm like, it just takes you right out of it. So you forget that when people can actually perform and they do that on
It makes it
screen,
better, more
it's
real.
so powerful.
Yeah.
The only other thing I could think of that did that I actually didn't see, but I saw them I saw clips of it was Les Mis when they actually did all those.
Dude,
that
Les Mis was
shit's
awesome.
intense.
Yeah,
So-
that movie was intense.
How long? Is
because
it
of
really
that.
long, right?
It was long.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I don't think it was 3, but it was almost 3.
It's somewhere around there, yeah.
I don't know if you're qualified to answer this, but do you feel that Mary Poppins had that like Lin-Manuel Miranda vibe to it? Because I don't know how involved he was. I know he was an actor. but
I
don't
will
know
say
if he-
this. I did not like him in this movie.
Okay.
For whatever reason, and again, I've never seen the original Mary Poppins.
Ever?
No, I never saw it. I had a childhood that was mostly RoboCop.
Sure,
So that
sure.
explains
Fair.
why.
Yeah, that's
That's
pretty good.
one
That's,
or
yeah,
the
yeah,
other.
yeah, that's, I've heard that. I've heard that.
So I found his character. His character is sort of like the soothsayer character. He's the one kind of explaining to the audience what's going on. Mary Poppins is sort of this magical being.
Mm-hmm.
The first time you see her flying on a kite, I almost fucking cried. I was like, that is one of the most powerful things I've ever seen. And I don't even know why. I've never seen Mary
That's
Poppins.
hilarious.
But I think
love
it was,
that.
honestly, I think it's because my wife was so taken by it
Right.
because she loves Mary Poppins, and you just see her come in, you're like, and she actually did the stunt. So
Oh,
she
yeah?
actually did. She comes in and then starts walking. You're like, that was really fucking cool. But the Lin-Manuel character, I was just like, it's too much of him. He almost had more time on screen than Mary Poppins. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? And also, I never got into Hamilton, so I don't know why this guy's popular. And he's very, very, very Broadway in this.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he's bad in it. I just don't like what they did with his character, and I don't like the fact that he's very big in Broadway, and Emily Blunt is very, very fucking amazing as Mary Poppins, and so putting them to screen on together, it didn't mesh for me. Having said that, I think it's still worth going out and seeing.
Do we have a spoilers, bro thing, or no?
We can add it in post, and when we do it live, we will have the spoilers,
Okay.
bro.
Just real quick, I have 2 spoiler questions. So if you
Cool,
if you
Greg.
care
Spoilers,
about
bro, around.
Mary Poppins spoilers,
I'm gonna take off my jacket.
Stop listening for the next 15 seconds. Nick,
Yes.
is Dick Van Dyke in this movie, and are penguins in this movie?
Have we spoiled this?
We put the spoiler bros up. I'm not
Both
wearing a
are-
jacket.
Both are in this movie.
Both are in the movie.
Yeah, Dick Van Dyke has
I
a
might need
cameo
to
at
watch
the
it
end.
now.
But I mean,
That's awesome.
again, that is my other problem with this movie, though, right? Is it feels like a movie that was made a long time ago.
Wait, spoiler bros is done?
Spoiler was still happening.
Okay,
Because I'm going to spoil this for you.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie,
Okay. Really going hard on the spoilers.
well, the problem I had with Mary Poppins was that the lesson learned. It was about the kids, right?
Right,
It's
right.
about all the songs
Have
in it
fun,
are
enjoy life.
phenomenal. No, it's not even about that.
Oh,
It's
no?
about like don't judge a
Medicine.
book by its cover. Get to know people. Like it has all these amazing lessons throughout the songs that Mary Poppins is teaching these kids about how to deal with life and how to grow up and like how to take care of each other and how to be imaginative and all these things. And then at the end of the movie, nobody does anything to actually solve the overarching problem of the film, which is that they're going to lose their fucking house.
they lose the house?
No, because Dick Van Dyke comes in at the very end and goes, "Hey, don't worry about it. I got you guys. Like, hey, your dad did this
That's a
thing a
good
long
lesson,
time ago,
man.
and it's all good." So the kids
Shout
are like,
out to
"Cool,
Dick
we don't
Van
have to
Dyke.
worry about actually solving our problem." And the dad, who runs his fucking family terribly because he's an artist, is like, "Cool, we're all
God, I
good."
hate
I'm like, "No,
artists.
you're not all good. You're
Just
just gonna
kidding.
spend all your fucking money again, and these kids are gonna be right back on their asses in like a year." Having said that, again, Emily Blunt, phenomenal in this. If they do more Mary Poppins movies with her, I'm 100% in.
And Spoiler Bros is done. We can remove the Spoiler Bros logo. And my final story, which I don't have an image for up there, Margot Robbie has been announced that she's going to be playing Barbie in the real life movie.
This was a last minute addition. To
Yeah,
this.
very last minute edition.
I think
I
it's
see
coming
it.
in hot.
I get it. Right?
She was in talks for this for a bit, and I guess now it's confirmed. But we'll see what they do with this movie.
We'll see what they do
because
with
it
this movie.
has to be a huge social commentary.
The
It has
thing
to
is,
be.
it's gonna be. You know it.
has to
And
be.
that's what I feel like this has potential to be something special.
Yeah.
It could just be a generic fucking run of the mill like it could be Rampage, where it's just like, all right, that's a Rampage movie.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that? Or it could be something that is kind of trying to be more than it seems. And I
What,
feel
Lego
like
what they
movie.
could be doing is
with
totally...
Margot Robbie, with her history, like she
Yeah.
usually likes to be part of, I mean, there's obvious exceptions.
There's like there's a couple exceptions I can think
Yeah,
of.
but I mean, you know, she like definitely like takes herself seriously, and like I don't see her as the type of person who's like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna do a Barbie movie."
No, her
That's
career is
what we
phenomenal right
expect.
now, and I don't see her. You know, I forget the movie I'm thinking of. Help me out here. What's the other movie where the real life doll comes to life?
Life Size with Tyra Banks.
Is that what it is? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it
where like
is.
that's a movie where you're like,
That's the-
don't
They just
do
got a
that.
sequel.
Yeah. I don't
So
think
I'm like,
they're going to
don't
do
make that movie.
Yeah.
You have to make a movie about how Barbie, the idea of Barbie, and like used to stand for one thing, but now that concept of Barbie is so antiquated and so outdated that like, what's going to be the commentary on this? That's what I'm.
I imagine this is a rebranding of Barbie. That this is going to come out and like be like, hey, she's a real person. So
Maybe, I don't know.
it's interesting to see
We'll see.
what that all looks like. Now, time for some ads. What?
It was great. That was great. Here's,
right,
here's
our
the thing.
first ad-
Kevin's the most professional out of all of us.
Our first ad is our first sponsor is MeUndies. It's a new year, and you've probably made some resolutions to make 2019 awesome. An easy way to add that to your list, or an easy one to add to your list. Start your year off right with a new pack of underwear from MeUndies. Tim,
Yes.
you're wearing MeUndies right now.
Hey man, be the change you want to be in your life. And the best thing
God,
to
you said
change is your underwear, right?
Absolutely, right?
That's the
You
way.
are
That's the way.
nailing. What was it you said the other day? You were like, it's ubiquitous with life.
Yeah, synonymous. I said synonymous.
It's synonymous with life.
No, here's the
Tim, what's
thing,
your
though.
favorite part of your
My
MeUndies?
favorite part of MeUndies is how soft they are. My second favorite part is how good they make you look.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And when you feel that confidence down there, there's nothing quite like it. I have exclusively.
It's like a push-up bra for your pee-pee.
I didn't want to go there.
Way too much,
But
Nick.
he went there. That's what I
Yeah.
was implying.
MeUndies are naturally soft, breathable fiber that is 3 times softer than cotton. It's like swimming in a pool of cotton candy without the stickiness.
Can attest.
Heck yeah, it is.
It's true. It actually is like that. It feels great. I only own 3 pairs, and frankly, that's a mistake. I need to buy more because right now, my first 3 days after the laundry's done is awesome. Every day after that is just a struggle waiting for the laundry to get done again.
Waiting for it to get to the loop. You got to change that, man. MeUndies. I'm wearing a MeUndies shirt right now.
What style you got going on with the MeUndies?
Going in.
Don't. I don't want to.
I'll look for you. I'll look for you.
It's just the blue.
It's like a teal.
It's a light blue.
So you can also get styles that are perfectly suited for your outfit of the day.
Which I often do.
And men and women can choose from 4 different cuts, all of which are available in classic colors or adventurous prints. Now, the cuts, boxer briefs are the way to go. That's what looks best. And the adventurous styles, I have
fun.
Little unicorns.
Yeah. Oh, and they're sparkly.
They've got sparkle, and Paula loves them.
What's the deal, Kevin?
Do you ever bring out the big unicorn on this?
What's the deal, Kevin?
The offer is MeUndies has a great offer for my listeners. For any first-time purchasers, when you order MeUndies, you get 15% off and free shipping. Start your year off right and flip your underwear drawer. Get 15% off the most comfortable undies you'll ever put on. To get 15% off your first pair, free shipping and 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Go to MeUndies.com/morning. That's MeUndies.com/morning. Our second ad, Quip. Nick,
Love it.
you got a Quip and you love it.
What is Quip, Nick?
Quip is the electric toothbrush that's going to change your being.
Your oral health about to go up.
I'll tell you what thing right now, guys. A lot of people, you get in there, you get all willy-nilly with your teeth. And then your teeth rot away, and then you're gumming things. And nobody likes to gum things unless it's gum.
God, that's
why
horrible.
they call it gum. Here's what
Look,
here's what I want
let
you
me
to do.
just take over for a second. It's your oral health. And with
I was getting
Quip
there.
electrical
I was getting
toothbrush,
there.
sticking to good habits is simple. Inevitably, we all skimp out on that full night of sleep, skip a workout or 2, or brush our teeth with a tired old toothbrush.
No, we're laughing.
4 quadrants
We're
in your
laughing
mouth.
with you.
Yeah.
30 seconds each. This thing pulses, lets you know when to change. You get
So
the
it's got the
refill
built-in
sent to
timer
you.
that you're talking about
It's
that pulses every
fantastic.
30
Sensational.
seconds. That
Nick's
keeps
been
you
using
moving.
it. Gia's been using it.
Yeah.
What's the deal, Kevin?
The deal is Quip starts at just $25. And if you go to getquip.com/KFMS right now, you get your first refill pack for free. That's right. Your first refill pack for free at getquip.com/KFMS.
What's the last ad, Kevin? Bring us home.
Oh, the last ad's probably my favorite. Slack.com. Thanks to Slack for supporting Kinda Funny Morning Show. Slack is a collaboration hub for work, no matter what work you do. Teamwork on Slack happens in channels, and we use Slack every single day.
Every day, every night, including weekends. It really works for our team. We've cut down on emails a lot because
So much.
to send
We
messages.
used to get
literally
one
slacking
email.
Joey right
He's
now.
slacking Joey right now.
Well, we used to
Answer
get
me.
several emails a week about thumbnails. Now we have a thumbnail channel. All the emails go there.
easy.
Everyone has access to that channel, and we can all just pull the thumbnails that we need.
Soon,
It's
we're going to add
awesome.
Andrea Renee to the Slack so she can talk to us whenever she wants.
Can we do that?
We can do it very simply, actually.
That's awesome. All right. It's easy and convenient drag and drop file sharing that works with all apps and already use all the apps you already use like Jira, Salesforce, Zendesk, and Google Drive.
Yeah.
Drive.
We
Yeah.
use Google Drive with it all the time.
Yeah.
Where should they go, Kevin?
Slack, where work happens. Learn more at slack.com. That's slack.com.
Slack it to me. They got to get work happens is good. But how
Yeah.
about I'm just gonna throw this out there. Slack it to me.
Slack it to me, baby.
Slack it to me.
To me.
I slack it to you.
Welcome back from the ads.
Welcome back from the ads.
Now it's time
Gadzooks.
for the big topic. Barrett!
Big.
The big topic this week. Top 10 movies of 2018. Boys,
Ooh.
I asked you to prepare your list. So pull those lists out and let's see how big it is.
How are we going to do this? We're doing the round robin
yeah,
style?
yeah, yeah.
Cool.
So we're going to go 10, 9,
And then?
8,
Uh-huh.
all the way down to
and
hit
so
number
on,
1
and so on.
of 2018. So starting off the list, Nicholas Scarpino, what is your number 10?
Number 10 coming in with just the thunder is a movie I watched in the back of a plane, and I wish I'd watched it in the movie theater. It's a movie
Just
called
the thunder.
A Quiet Place. Really liked
Mine's
it.
also on the list. That's also on
was
mine.
very much looking forward to seeing this film, and then it's one that slipped through the cracks. And I wish I had gone out to support in theaters because the theater experience for this would have been intense.
Unreal.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, that's the thing. The thing that I love about A Quiet Place, and this is actually something that I noticed about a lot of the movies on my list for this year, is they did something that I've never experienced before in a movie theater or watching movies. Like they made me feel something, or the experience was part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
With Quiet Place, I've never been in a theater that quiet.
Oh, God.
Like it was like it made you stressed out.
Did you
Like,
watch that in Dolby as well?
No, I did not watch that in Dolby. I watched that at Century 20. But it was crazy where there was like a family that was making way too much noise in the front, and like they were as like fucking like all of us were like, be quiet. But it wasn't just like be quiet because we're paying attention. It really felt like be quiet. You're gonna fucking wake up the monsters. Like it felt like a weird, like immersive experience.
Yeah, definitely.
I just wrote here list of shame. I put A Quiet Place on there because I haven't seen it yet.
No, I have a long list of shame.
Yeah.
A lot.
Is there any you want to put out there?
List of
So
shames?
people know that
Oh,
you haven't
yeah.
seen?
I mean, I didn't see Green Book. I didn't see.
What is Green Book? Because I saw it
it's
win
a movie
awards.
with Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali.
Oh, yeah.
Where Viggo Mortensen plays his driver in the South. I think it's in the 60s. And Mahershala Ali is a musician, and it's it looked really good. And I was like, God, I want to see the shit out of that movie. And it just came at a time we were super busy. I didn't get a chance to see it. I actually didn't see a lot of the indie poignant movies that I should have seen last year. So my list is going to be very, very top level pop culture.
I'm in the same place. Yeah.
I've seen more movies this year than many other years combined because of
Thanks
the
for
magic
MoviePass.
of MoviePass
Yeah.
and
MoviePass,
now
yeah.
AMC A-list stubs, whatever the fuck they call it. I watch a lot of indie stuff. I watched a lot of the big blockbuster stuff. The things that I did miss though, the ones that I wrote down, I'm like, fuck, I really should have seen them or will want to see in the future. Isle of Dogs, Blind
so good.
Spotting,
It's on my
which
list.
fucking breaks my heart.
Blind
'cause,
Spotting is like top 5 all time.
I'm sure that I would love that movie.
I think it's
Chris-
made like specifically for you.
I know.
Yeah.
Christopher Robin, which I'm upset I didn't see.
Oh,
Heard
interesting.
mixed things about, but
Yeah.
still, I want to see it.
I enjoyed it fine.
Black Klansman, everyone says it's great. I haven't seen
Those are
it.
really good.
Star is Born and Mid 90s.
I didn't see. I didn't see mid 90s, and I
You
didn't see
mid-90s.
Mid 90s.
Wow.
It was fun.
That's what it looks like.
the one that a lot of people talked about as well. As far Black Klansman is up there, but what was the other one that was?
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
Did not make my
No,
list.
that movie was wild.
Yeah,
It was a wild
movie, and it also did not make my list.
Yeah. It's on Barrett's list, though.
It is.
All right, so I'm sorry, Tim, you're number 10?
Oh, my number 10. Let's start my list off with Bumblebee.
Whoa.
Well, actually, honorable mention I want to give to Love, Simon. I'm really upset it's not in my list because that was a fantastic
lot of good movies this year,
movie. A lot of great movies, but
Love
like, have you
Simon's
seen
also
Love
on
Simon?
my honorable
I have not.
mention
My mom
list.
said it's fantastic.
It's really, really
It
good.
really is, man. It's a very, very great movie. But Bumblebee, I saw it last week, and I'm sorry, Barrett. I know we were supposed to watch it together.
Motherfucker.
Things happen. Yo, I can't believe that movie's as good as it is.
Also, dude, hit me
It's-
up if you're going to go to the movies.
Yeah,
Come on,
it's-
let me know.
Tim doesn't want to spend any time with us anymore, and I
sucks.
wonder why.
I hate it.
I wonder why.
I hate it.
Bumblebee is legitimately a good movie. It's
Really?
not. It's easily the best Transformers movie.
It
And,
looks
like,
it, and that's the thing. When you and I both saw the trailer for it,
Yeah.
we were like, "This is going to be.
Yeah,
this
it looks
is
dope.
good."
It's like this looks like it has heart, and man, it really does.
It's a
Like,
Haley
let me throw
Steinfeld
some
connection,
things
man.
out there. She's fucking.
She's
awesome.
everything.
Let me throw this out there. E.T., Iron Giant, and iconic characters that you love,
Yeah?
Wow.
and Haley Steinfeld. It's like that's what this is.
Love it. That's a bold statement.
It really is. In some ways, it's a little too safe. Like it really is. Oh, it's E.T. Like beat for beat, it's E.T. This is from Iron Giant. It's like just so specific.
Yeah, because ET transforms now and kicks ass.
And the action is, for the first time, decipherable. You can
Well,
understand
yeah.
what's going on. Travis Knight, I think is his name, the director, who also directed Kubo and the Two Strings.
Oh, yeah, that's
Which
right. Yeah.
is such a great movie, and there's so much heart there. This Bumblebee does something really special to me, which is it makes
Yeah,
it
Bumblebee.
about these limited characters. It's very small scope, but it still handles the action and the crazy over-the-top Transformers-ness in a way that none of the Transformers movies have previously. Without spoiling anything, this movie opens with scenes that we see in the trailer of the Cybertron stuff, and the first 5 minutes of this movie are the Generation 1 cartoon come to life in a way where there's like 15 characters, And it's
Siren Song ends.
They look the way that you remember them. They speak the way you remember them speaking, and it's like Ironhide, get the recon.
That seems like
Ratchet, get on medical. Blah, and like they're just screaming, and it's like a one shot going through as you see Starscream and the Seekers flying through. Optimus comes through, like starts shooting motherfuckers.
That's super high praise coming from you.
They nailed it. And then you see Soundwave.
Crazy.
You see Soundwave, and he says Decepticons attack, and it's the fucking voice. And I'm like, Gia like had to grab me and be like, I've never seen you like this in a fucking movie. Because it took me by surprise so hard where I was like, I can't stop grinning. This is the most overwhelmed I've ever been with the beginning of the movie, with the exception of The Force Awakens, when the opening crawl came,
Christ,
where it
that
was like, oh
killed
my
me.
God, is this really happening?
killed me.
I had that feeling with this. And granted, I really, really love Transformers. Like, I have my whole life, so there's probably a lot more there. And the end of this movie, there's a thing that happens, and I was just like, I'm emotional right now seeing these characters doing the things that they're doing. But besides all that, it's just a really, really great love story. And I don't mean in a romantic way, although there are some scenes where I'm like, Haley, I don't know.
She trying to
Does
fuck
that
the
thing got a
robot?
stick shift? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh man,
Where's
but-
the e-brake?
Like,
Jesus.
you know? But it's
I hate your smile right now.
It's hot.
it's not a perfect movie, but it's a damn good movie. And I highly recommend everyone see it. Gia went in, she was like, I don't want to watch this movie. And I was like, honestly, you're not going to like this movie.
Does it
And
totally stand
ended-
alone?
Yes. Oh, as a movie?
Yeah.
Absolutely. But it is entirely in canon of the Transformers movies.
sucks.
Yeah, it does.
That's unfortunate.
Should have just rebooted it.
Should have. They didn't. They didn't at all.
All right, my number 10, Super Troopers 2.
Really?
Didn't make my list.
That did not come anywhere close to my list.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the hell out
It
of it.
was the best that I could expect, and I've been
Absolutely.
excited for this movie for
A decade.
no, but like, when did they launch their Kickstarter? 2 years ago? 4 years ago?
They launched
it
their-
was when we launched.
When we launched, yeah.
Wow. And it's out, and I watched it, and I wanted to watch it again. So it made my list. I'm really happy about that.
Yeah. It was very funny.
Yeah.
It was more Super
It was
Troopers.
funny, and I felt like starting off with the joke that they did, where it was like, "Look, they've left the world," and it's like, "Oh no, it's a dream." It was like that got me. That got me in a good place. Making fun of Canada is always awesome.
Yeah.
You know.
I was disappointed with Super Troopers, and if I can think of a couple comedies that made my honorable mentions list but didn't make my full list, not the least of which was Tag, which I thought was like a really, really clever, fun, heartfelt comedy. Blockers, I'm going to give
Tag, Blockers, Game Night. 3 hilarious
Getting out
comedies in
there,
my
yeah.
book.
I'm also going to give a shout out, and I'm going to get cream for this, I know, but I can't fucking tell you how much I laughed at The
Daddy's
Spy
Home
Who
2.
Dumped Me. No. I think Daddy's Home 2 came out in 2017.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Because if it didn't, I would fucking absolutely put that on this list. I laughed my ass off. I watched it over the Christmas or over the Thanksgiving break, if that matters, but yeah.
All right then. Number 9, Nick.
Coming up with number 9, Little Bohemian Rhapsody. I put it on there. I thought it needed to be on the list. For me, not a perfect movie, but I really, really enjoyed the hell out of it. And it's one of those where it's like listening to just every album that Queen made. And what's wrong? There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm getting really,
Bohemian
really
Rhapsody
excited to go tomorrow.
didn't make my list, but that's just because there was little tweaks they could have made that I think would have made it a great film.
Wow.
And instead, it's just a really awesome rock concert.
Was it not like, because you watched it in the Dolby Theater, was that not like a crazy experience?
Oh, it totally was. But it's just a testament to how, like, you can't have a greatest hits Queen album. And if you do, it's going to be 80 songs, like their greatest hit album is.
I'm
Like,
also
literally.
Yeah, the other reason it made my list was Rami Malek. Rami Malek did a phenomenal job as Freddie Mercury.
And
Like,
so did all the supporting actors.
all those guys were
Queen,
great.
All of them were fantastic.
Yeah, it's because normally you get like, oh, the leading guy's great, and the rest of them
Right.
you're like, who the fuck are these guys? Everyone was phenomenal in this.
Super believable.
It was just a skosh, like it would have ranked higher on my list, but it was like Tim saying, it was just a skosh light on plot.
Light on plot. It felt like just event,
Yeah.
back to back. And the love
was some
story
stuff.
was very weak. Like I feel forced, and also I feel like it messed up the narrative that we know.
Number 10. Or
Number 10.
Number 9 for Tim.
Hereditary.
Oh, hey, me too.
This movie fucked me up.
This movie
man.
was messed up.
Not watching
movie,
it.
Yeah, don't watch it.
Not watching it.
What I was
It's-
saying,
Hate horror movies.
It's so eerie.
what I was saying earlier about like there's a lot of movies on my list that like made me feel something in the theater I never have. I've never been more stressed. I thought Quiet Place stressed me out, and Hereditary, you never know what's going to happen.
The
This movie
scene-
plays with your expectations in ways that I don't think a movie ever can again. Like the way that certain events happen so early in this film.
Yep.
Where you're
the
just like,
drive
then
back,
what the fuck is gonna happen
when the tension is being built, I was so stressed, and like, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds in, you're like, oh shit, are they about to do what they're about to do? And then they do it, and you're like,
yeah,
oh fuck. And then the way that scene carries on into the next morning, it's so like, this is, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here.
Directorial debut.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. And like, man, I that's a high bar to
Really
set.
high bar.
It was really fantastic. And my biggest thing is I want to give a shout out to Toni Collette, like I was saying earlier. Her performance in this movie, and it's really hard to talk about this without spoiling things.
Yeah.
But the way that she goes from where she's at in the beginning of the movie to the end.
Yeah.
And how, like, the reveals that happen and how she changes the way she's acting and interacting with other characters. Oh my God.
That's the mom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
She's fantastic.
absolutely.
And also, she has to hold so much of the movie by herself.
Yep.
She'll be the only person on camera and needing to express so much while moving the plot forward. Fantastic.
What a great movie. All right. Well, that's my number 9 as well. So let's move on to number 8. Nicholas?
I'm looking at it. Annihilation didn't come out this year, did it? Oh,
It did.
shit.
It did.
How did I miss that?
Annihilation got bumped by Hereditary.
Fuck.
Yeah. Because I really enjoyed Annihilation.
How did I
Although
not see that?
I
pulled
don't
up,
know
like,
if it's a
2
good movie or
lists.
not.
Annihilation is a great movie.
It has the like that kind of ending where it's like, you guys are just being it's too artsy.
I'm putting Annihilation on my list. I don't know
Is
where.
it your
but
number 8?
You know what?
Do it.
No, because I can't pull anything off of it. Fuck, I like the rest of this list.
That's how this works, man.
It's real tough.
I
Real
hate
tough.
it.
Had a
You know
lot
what?
of-
Number 8 for me right now is Isle of Dogs. This
nice,
movie
great.
is just delightful, and there's nothing like it. There's nothing like that Wes Anderson style, and this is simultaneously very accessible and completely Wes Anderson. Completely out there. So well done. Again, we watched this one on the back of an airplane as well, and I was like, God damn it, I gotta stop. Well, I travel like 3 weeks out of the month last year. It was crazy, but it was so fun. It was super fun.
Did you like it more than Fantastic Mr. Fox?
Yeah, I did. Actually, Fantastic Mr. Fox is very good. I just like the style of Isle of Dogs better.
I just rewatched Fantastic Mr.
Very
Fox,
close.
and I feel like the
Similar styles,
story
right? It's
behind
stupid to
Isle
say.
of Dogs is better. Like, there's something about it that just is more captivating.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I guess I'm not rooting for Mr. Fox.
Gotcha.
Is the thing.
So Mr. Fox had a
Mr.
book,
Fox.
so- Mr. Fox.
My number 7 is... Wait. My number 8 is A Quiet Place. I already said why.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. My number 8 is Mission Impossible Fallout. I really, really like Mission Impossible.
Mission
movies.
Impossible. Another one of my, like, I didn't see
Honorable
it because
mention?
I've never
Oh.
seen
Dude.
any Mission Impossible.
Mission
and I owe
Impossible
it to
just
myself to watch them
proves
all.
every single time it comes out that, like, man, they really understand what they're doing, and Tom Cruise is a phenomenal actor.
I watched.
He might be crazy in real life.
Dude, but he delivers.
Yeah,
I've said this before.
he
I'll say it again.
delivers.
Tom Cruise fucking delivers. Mission Impossible is on my list. It's a little higher than yours. It's ranking at number 4 for me.
Wow, that's really high.
Because it is almost a perfect action film. Like it is, and the fact that this is the 5th Mission Impossible?
Is it the
maybe
5th?
even the?
I think it's the 6th.
Like
Ghost Nation.
Bear, look how many Mission Impossibles have there been? Because I know the third. Just look at.
But
anyway.
so many of them are great.
But they're all great because they build on it. And this is what they're smart about doing. And this is Chris McQuarrie and the team are really smart at going like, look, we have these characters. Let's evolve them a little bit. Let's tell the story.
It's 6.
It's number 6.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible 3, which is Mission Impossible 3. I always thought that I had that.
What blew my mind about this Mission Impossible movie is that at a certain, like, they build suspense.
You don't spoil it for him.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to spoil it for him. But, like, there's payoff to that suspense.
Dude.
And it's just that moment, like, I didn't know what was going to happen next. And it's weird because it seems like, I feel like it's very predictable.
I'll go you one more. I watched it again on the plane ride to Argentina, and I was like, I know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And this shit is intense. Like, the end of that movie is fucking intense.
Yeah.
And the action scenes are so good. And, like, and for a movie that for sure just uses all the cliche MacGuffins and everything, you're like, oh God, they just managed to tweak it a little bit, and the action is just that much better than it should be. That has any right to be because he's doing all of these stunts. Like he's actually jumping off of roofs. There's that part where we talk about where he jumps out of the
insane.
plane, and you're like, how long? Why is this going on?
Why is it holding?
still?
You were talking to Andy about that.
Yeah, Andy's like, why is it still going? Because he actually jumped out of the fucking plane.
He learned
did a
to
halo
fly
jump.
a helicopter so that they could do the inside helicopter shots of him flying a helicopter. And he doesn't
So
just
cool.
kind of fly it. He
like,
flies it like
dangerously
crazy.
flies the fucking
For
thing.
3 months, that's all he did. Learn to fly helicopters.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah. What a great actor. All right, Nicholas, you're number 7.
My number 7 is Halloween.
Didn't make my list, but it was in the conversation.
I loved this movie. I watched it. I brought my wife to see it, and we just had the best time. We had such a good time watching this movie, and because it's just a nice little trip down nostalgia lane without being too nostalgic. It's just the right touches. It was such a blast and so well done, and a nice little spin with the characters kind of evolving and they themselves becoming sort of what they become. I thought that was really cool. We were so inspired watching this movie. We went home and just watched the original Halloween. I was like, we got to watch it. Why not?
And honestly, like that's like the ultimate compliment to a movie like Halloween, which is like a semi-reboot sequel, like whatever thing you want to call it, to be like, you know what, this was so good, I owe it to them to go back and see how many homages they paid and like how good a job they did. And for you to watch it and still put this on the list, that shows they did it right.
I liked it.
That's what Rogue One did with me and episode 4.
Yeah.
After watching Rogue One, I was like, fuck, I need to go watch episode 4 right now. And I did. Tim, you're number 7.
Creed 2.
Creed 2, another one.
The more I think about this movie,
That's a good movie.
the more I realize that I absolutely love it. I like it better than the first one.
Whoa.
I do too.
And it's like, it took me thinking about it and like replaying things over and over
It's
in
a
my
better
head.
movie than the first one, sadly.
It has so many.
the first
one doesn't have to be sad.
First one's great.
Yeah.
First one's great, but like, man, the way that this movie handles epic moments and makes you root for people and feel for bad guys, and like, there's just so many little subtle things that they show that you're just like, oh, that's fucked up.
Creed 2 is also on my list. I don't know if we're supposed to say if it's higher.
It's fine.
I
No,
guess
you can say
Creed
it's
2 is
higher.
number 5 on my list. And I love this movie. I said it before, I'll say it again. I love it for all those reasons. I think it's better than the first because it's technically the second and third act of what you would think
This
a trilogy
trilogy.
would be. I'm
Yeah.
sure they'll do a third one as well. But the Creed 1 is very much his ascension to like to conquering that thing that he's always wanted to do. Creed 2 is him losing it and then coming back and having to dig fucking even deeper and find a newer version of himself. And I just thought that was such a cool inspirational story. Also, the fucking cinematography in this movie is disgusting. The fucking soundtrack in this movie is disgusting. It's so
you
nasty.
are
You walk
there.
out fucking sticky. That's how nasty that shit is.
Jesus. You
It's
walk
in a
out
good
like
way.
wanting to fucking punch
You
someone.
want to fucking
coming from
fight,
me.
man. It's
That's
good.
crazy.
It is. Like, it gets
Yeah,
you
I believe
pumped
this.
up.
I mean, the cast is
this movie
phenomenal. Everyone does a great job in it.
got Gia into boxing, right? After this, she went
to a
saw-
boxing class.
Dude,
after
and
this.
Michael B. Jordan is phenomenal. Felicia Rashad's phenomenal. Tessa Thompson's phenomenal. And somehow the 98-year-old Sylvester Stallone is still fucking delivering. I cried
Oh
when he
my
goes
God.
to the cemetery. I'm like, fuck, don't
Dude,
do this to me.
yeah.
Don't do this to me.
They really nailed it. They knocked it out of the park. This is a movie that should not be as good as it is. A sequel to Creed.
Creed. Well, first off, Creed had no business
Creed had no
being
right to
as
be
it was.
good, and it was.
Zero.
But Creed was so
to
good,
have
yeah.
a sequel,
Kugler
and
knocked
to
it out of
have
the
me
park
say
with
it's
that.
better, man.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
know.
really crazy.
I know.
Kugler
All right.
direct this one too?
No.
No.
Oh, gotcha.
So we're gonna continue moving on. My number 7, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay.
I did not expect a movie like, man, at the end of Avengers is a great movie. I love it, but at the end, I was down. You know, Ant-Man and the Wasp came after, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made me forget about Avengers.
Until the end.
Yeah, until the end,
Yeah.
and it brought
Which
me
is
down
such a
so
flip.
hard. And the fact that it could do that makes it go on this list.
Ant-Man and the
Marvel
Wasp did
killed
not
it.
make my list.
Yeah.
Only because I wanted to get some representation to other movies. Like movies that didn't make my list, and I'm shocked, Deadpool 2 and Black Panther. Both
What?
great movies, not on my list.
Not on
See,
my
that's the
list
thing.
either.
I also thought about removing movies because I was like, there's a lot of comic book movies on this list. But the fact is, these were my top 10 movies. So I couldn't take them out.
Yeah, for me, Ant-Man and the Wasp did not make my list either, and it's just because it is what it is. It's an Ant-Man movie. It's good. I don't need to see it again. It's
I
been
like
popping
Ant-Man
up.
movies.
It's one of those, you're sitting on the couch on a Sunday and people are like, do you you're hanging out with your wife, you're like, what do you want to watch? She's like, you want to watch
I just
Ant-Man?
want to hang out with Paul
I don't
Rudd.
watch
You know
Ant-Man
what I mean?
Watch.
And that's exactly
I
what
don't
these
want,
movies
but
are.
I'm like, I don't want to pay $3 to see this again. If it were on Netflix, I'd watch it again. Having
is.
said
Coming
that,
out
No, it is,
Netflix
yeah.
later
now it's
this
finally,
month.
But like having said that, well, we'll get to that later. But it's just one of those movies. Good movie, didn't make my list.
Okay.
Honorable mention. I'll give it that.
Nick, you're number 6.
My number 6 is A Star Is Born. I really liked this movie. I thought it was two very, 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 and I hate to use the cliche term, but powerful performances by Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. Like I said before, what really takes this movie to the fucking second level for me is the fact that they actually sing these things. You know, it starts with him actually playing guitar and singing. We see her.
Can he sing?
Yeah. No, I mean, not well, but
Okay.
sing it well enough to like sing the country-ish kind of rock songs that he sings. She, on the other hand,
Right, of course.
is a virtuoso. And when she's singing, you're just taken away into those scenes. And it's, the movie is, is just very much a slice of life, like it's just an experience movie. You know, you're just along for the ride with these two people, and as she gets bigger, and then it is what it is. But I really liked it, and I thought it was something special.
Tim, your number 6?
My number 6 is 8th Grade.
Oh, I didn't see
yeah.
8th Grade.
A movie written and directed by Bo Burnham, who is definite shout out. One of my favorite human beings, I would even say. Favorite creators, for sure. Whether it's his stand-up comedy or his YouTube videos or
Stuff he just produces.
anything that he makes or is a part of, he just gets it. He really is in line with the type of content that I enjoy and the type of analysis that I enjoy and like social commentary that I enjoy. And 8th Grade, I think, was actually him kind of out of his comfort zone, where it wasn't so much about his experiences. He was trying to nail what it's like to be in 8th grade now, with YouTube being a thing, with social media being as prevalent as it is nowadays. And I feel like they did such a great job of, again, something I've never experienced in a movie before. I was in the theater watching this, and I felt so embarrassed, so anxious. So it took me back to moments that I felt in middle school, but I'm feeling it for some girl for an experience I never had. Like that is the thing that I thought was so special about it. It's so clever and witty and just well written, doesn't overstay its welcome. And it is kind of just like a moment. The plot, not much happens.
Yeah, that was my biggest gripe with it, where it just felt like a movie of like, here's 2 weeks in someone's life and that's it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can get with that. I like the idea behind it. I just feel like I need a more structured plot to move a story like that along.
See, I like movies like that every once in a while. The movie made me think of the movie that came out, I think, 2 years ago with Laurie Metcalf, and I always slaughter this actress name, Saoirse Ronan. I can't remember how you said that, but
Lady Bird?
Yeah, Lady Bird.
yeah.
That's kind of what that reminded me of, where it's not,
Was
Lady
that 2
Bird.
years ago?
That was last year.
Was it last year? 2018 or 2017?
17.
Yeah, 2017.
Okay.
So I like that because it really is. It's those movies are less about plot and
But
more about
Lady
just being
Bird,
in
I
the
think, was
along the
more
line.
structured and had a bit more of a plot, where it's like this girl's
really- I mean, I
trying
haven't
to
seen
get into
8th grade.
college and leave.
Yeah, it definitely does
Yeah.
have more of a plot. I like 8th Grade better than Lady Bird. I really like
See,
Lady
I
Bird.
like Lady Bird more because I think that mother daughter dynamic is what the story is all about. And
the
about
scene
like
where they're
looking
shopping
back,
for a sweater.
Yeah.
They're in the thrift store and they're yelling at each other. They're just screaming like "Bob" and back and forth, and the mom finds the sweater. She's like, "Oh, what about this? Oh, that's really cute." Like I fucking love that.
Yeah, Lady Bird was really good. I watched Lady Bird and Love, Simon back to back.
Oh, what did you cry your ass off?
Yeah, seriously, it was an emotional plane.
Love
flight.
Simon probably should be out. Like, this is the problem. This needs to be a top 50 list because Love Simon and Annihilation. Love Simon is just a really just good movie.
It is.
And delightful.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's why it's like there's a lot of movies that came out this year that a lot of people really love, and I don't want to take away from them, but one of them is To All the Boys I Loved Before.
That's
What's
on
that
my
for?
special honorable mention list.
Yeah.
I get it, but it's like in a year where movies like Love, Simon came out, I'm like, they just did it better, man.
No, and Love, Simon, far and away a better movie than To All the Boys I Loved Before. I think the reason people like that is just because it scratches an itch on Netflix where you're like, this is the perfect chilling on a Sunday afternoon, getting some food, hanging out, just not leaving my couch kind of movie. You know what I mean? Or it's just like, you know what you're getting yourself in for. We're not going too deep on this, It's going to stay within this, like, the depth level of, like, 60 to 80%. That's where we're going to go.
It's a Disney Channel original movie.
It's
It is, but just slightly better. Slightly better made.
Slightly.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
this list
You know?
moving. My number 6, I Love Dogs, for all the reasons that we've already elaborated on.
For all the
great
reasons
movie.
he's loved before.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Nick, you're number 5.
Creed 2.
Creed 2. Awesome. Great.
My number 5, I'm shocked it's this low. And like, honestly, from here on out, I just absolutely fucking love these movies. Avengers Infinity War.
Wow.
What? Wow.
Avengers Infinity War,
Respect.
I think, and it reminds me a lot of my Gamescast top 10, where I ended up putting Smash Ultimate as like number 6 or something.
Whoa.
Smash Ultimate's going to go on to be one of, if not my favorite video game of
That's
all time.
crazy, man.
Avengers Infinity War is going to be a movie that I watch and enjoy and love and talk about, and we'll talk about how I'll be able to remember the experience I had in the theater and like thinking about it in 30 years. You know, Avengers Infinity War is a very special movie, and I think its biggest success is that it worked despite itself.
The movie, you
Bucks
know what's going to
all the
happen.
rules.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, you have 50. First off, you have like 50 different characters, and you care about all of them, and they utilize them perfectly.
Yeah.
And I just watched this movie last weekend again. I was like,
As
I'm
did
gonna
I.
watch it again.
It just came on Netflix.
It just came on Netflix. I'm like, oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm like this. I'll turn it on. You know, sometimes you turn it on and then you end up walking out of the room and you're like, well, who cares? I'll
you
watch
get
it.
stuck.
This was just, it's just so good.
It's a
and when
great
you're
movie,
with
yeah.
Iron Man, you care about him and Spider-Man, and then it just goes space. And you're like, right, I care about these people. And then you end up kind of caring about Thanos. And you're like, how is this
Yeah,
possible?
how is it possible? So
weird.
this is my number one. And I'm bringing it up now.
I get it.
Because it's like, I
It's number
did
2
not,
on my list.
I could not ever think that they would be able to pull off Avengers, and they did. And Nick's totally right. By the end of it, you're kind of like, fuck, Thanos is kind of making some points. You know what I mean?
What's crazy is, Avengers 1 shouldn't have worked, but it did. And then Avengers 2 happened, and by the time that
But I
happened,
think
all of us were kind of like, oh man, it's just more of the same.
Yeah.
Like we've kind of
Well, that's the thing.
But to
I
look
think
at all the movies that came after that and to see where we're at with Infinity War now, and for us to still be genuinely surprised about things that happened. We were all in the theater and we all knew the snap was going to happen. None of us, nobody fucking, we spent hours on Game Over Greggy's show and on random podcasts predicting what we think might happen. Who's going to die? Are they going to show who dies from the snap in this one? What's going to happen? No one on the internet predicted Spider-Man, Black Panther are going to disappear. The Guardians are going to disappear. What the fuck?
Freaky deaky.
so crazy.
Such a good movie.
Alrighty. Did you just go? Yeah. Number
Yeah,
5?
That was my 5.
So my number 5 is Black Panther.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed the movie. God, it was so
Great
good.
movie.
Again, Marvel, you're going to this movie, you're like, Black Panther. There's a superhero I don't know much about or care about. He can stop, or his weakness is motorcycles, whatever ongoing joke we had
Yeah.
here. And then you watch the movie and it's like, wow, they built this world that I want more of. So that's why.
See,
it makes
Black
sense.
Black Panther is the opposite for me. I tried to watch that again, and I'm like, I'm so bored with this. It just didn't tick off any boxes for me. To me, it was just like I was way more interested in the dynamics of the actual characters than the action. And this movie has so much action, and to me, it was just so boring every single time. I'm like, there's nothing fun here.
Killmonger's such a good character.
Yeah, but then Michael B. Jordan comes on. Oh, this
Yeah.
is really, really cool. I want to watch. And then they start fighting. I'm like, it's nothing. This is not fun.
I didn't go back and rewatch it. I definitely didn't enjoy it, and it's on my list as much as many other people.
I'm sorry,
did.
it is or it isn't?
It's not.
it's not on your
It's on my list. But for me, I feel like, and this happens a lot with the Marvel movies. I just talked about Avengers 2, and when it happened, and we're all like, but in the context of it all, Avengers 2 set up so many important things that are now in play.
Looking
in the
back, it's
MCU.
like, oh wow,
It's like,
they
oh,
were
that
building
was-
a lot of stuff,
Exactly.
but you can't
Quicksilver,
feel
you
that.
know?
And
Yeah, just like Quicksilver.
And then when you get to
Boy, they
with
killed
Black
him fast.
Panther earlier, I think it was in this episode. We've been recording a lot of things. We were talking about how you see space and you get emotional. You see Wakanda and it
Yeah.
matters. With how we felt about Black Panther, Wakanda in Infinity War shouldn't have made us that excited. But
Well-
that proves the world building and the power of that movie. And I feel like as these movies go on, it makes the old ones better. Which is such a weird thing.
It's
that
insane.
Usually doesn't
And that's
happen.
why-
Well, that's the
doing
thing too,
the-
because we're getting the payoff. That was so powerful. A, because of where it came in the story. B, the sound design was fucking phenomenal,
Oh,
and the
so
edit was
good.
great. And then C, we're also getting the continuation and maybe the finale of the Winter Soldier storyline. It's not going to be the finale, but we saw him in the other film like there, and like, oh, cool, we know what we're getting. These are the last like real threads
stops
of
here.
everything we've set up in the prior movies, and we're going to get those payoffs now.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Number 4, Nicholas.
Mission Impossible Fallout,
Nice.
perfect action movie.
Tim Tam.
Number 4, I got Flower. Did you watch
Interesting.
it?
I
I
thought you
did
didn't
not
like that
watch it.
that
I
much.
really wanted to watch
Flower?
it.
Yeah.
No, Thoroughbreds I didn't like that much.
Oh, Thoroughbreds, I thought about real long and hard because I really enjoyed it.
And even then,
Didn't make
not
the list,
liking it
though.
that much is just, I thought it could have
Yeah.
been better.
Okay.
I did enjoy the movie thoroughly.
Thoroughbreds is the one with the two girls who
Yes.
kill the stepdad.
Yeah,
Want to kill you.
Anya
Anya
Taylor-Joy
Taylor-Joy.
and
Who is
the girl from Ready Player One.
Anya Taylor-Joy is gonna be one of the best actresses out there.
Like,
Yeah.
she's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love everything that she's in.
I think her
The
name's-
other
I think
girl
the
was-
other girl's name Olivia Cook is her
Yes,
name.
Olivia
And
Cook.
to me, she's
She
fucking
was so
phenomenal.
good too.
Not to take anything away from
But
Anya
her
Taylor-Joy.
role is really interesting in the movie. She plays like a sociopath, right? Who has no emotions.
Yeah.
So seeing someone act in that way is difficult to gauge because really
Exactly.
they're just standing around going.
That's a hard thing to nail, though.
But
Yeah.
I think she did great.
Yeah.
It was a very enjoyable movie. There were certain things I didn't love
Mm-hmm.
about it. However, on the flip side was Flower, which introduced me to my new favorite actress, Zoe Deutsch.
Zoe Deutsch.
I love her so much. Everything she's in, she's just great. She just has such personality, and it is one of those things where she plays herself in every movie, but it's always just different versions of her, and she's cool. Like
I'm not
she's
familiar with
super-
her.
She's new.
Also, it says 2017.
For Flower?
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
I
No,
think it's
but,
like
like,
some
it's-
film
yeah,
festival
yeah.
stuff. Like it was in theaters
Wide release.
this year. March it said.
Go back up. Yeah, it's March 2018.
Yeah, March 2018 was when it came out.
Click on Zoe Deutsch.
There's a lot of similar movies we're talking about, like Love, Simon, 8th Grade. Like I already didn't say Thoroughbreds. They all kind of have this like weird indie vibe of smaller stories. This was my favorite of them.
Yeah, I remember seeing her in
she's in
Everybody
Zombieland
Wants
too.
Some. She was great in that. And then Set It Up. She was in that Netflix movie.
Set
as
It
well.
Up was another Netflix movie that
Yeah.
didn't make my list, but it is very enjoyable. But anyway, Flower, I highly recommend people watch it. It's super funny and clever and has a lot of heart.
My number 4, Incredibles 2.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Such a good movie.
I can't believe it's been so long since Incredible Ones came out, and watching it was just such a delight.
It's lovely.
I laughed my ass off so hard on more than one scene, but like specifically that raccoon scene.
Oh, fuck.
In my opinion,
know?
the raccoon scene is the only thing phenomenal about this movie.
What?
It's fine.
That's a hot take.
I'd say Incredibles 2.
That's
it's
a
good.
hot
It's
take.
good. Like I don't dislike
I'd say
it.
it's great. My personal opinion. Is it the best animated movie of the year?
No. Hell no.
I would say.
There's Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, no, Incredibles 2 didn't make my list only because it's a very enjoyable movie. And there are great standout moments. I watched it again about a week or 2 weeks ago when I was on vacation. And I liked it, and it kept my attention the entire time. But you're right, like the standout moments, the Jack stuff. But other than that, you compare that to the power of Incredibles 1, and it pales in comparison, sadly.
Yeah, I agree.
But it did give us Jack won a cookie.
Yeah,
And that's fantastic.
Nom nom cookie.
Num num cookie? Num
All
num
right.
cookie? Jack
Nicholas,
won
number
cookie?
3?
Number 3 for me is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I really, really liked this, and I struggled whether or not I was going to put this a little higher on my list, but it got nudged a couple down by, my number 1, which we'll talk about when we get there, but number 2, which I've already said, is Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah.
Man, it's hard to beat Avengers Infinity War.
Yep.
And Spider-Verse is great. It's really good and really new and really cool.
Yeah.
But, dude, Avengers Infinity War is fucking awesome.
I put Spider-Man as my number 2.
It's my number 2 as well.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. I loved it. First time we heard about it, I was like, why are they doing this? Then we watched the first trailer and it was like, whoa, this is some radical stuff.
Yeah, the trailer's
Can they
dope.
do this the whole time? And I feel like they went even a step further than we saw in the trailers initially.
We did
Where
a
it's
whole
like,
we did a whole a review on Kind of Funny in Review on youtube.com/Kind of Funny. We really go into all of our thoughts on this, but to just give one sentence on it, like I just can't believe that this movie exists with so many different things that I love that I would have never thought would have been put together. Seeing Spider-Man and Jordans like just does something for me.
Dude, I'll never forget when they played it after Venom, and I was like, God damn, Venom was just a dumb movie.
Yeah.
And they played that scene. I'm like, I am so excited.
like why
to
can't
watch
I be
this
watching
for 2 hours?
that?
Yeah.
All right, Tim, your number 3.
right? Yeah.
Number 3, Searching.
Oh, I didn't see that either.
Searching
That's the John Cho movie, right?
In many
Yeah.
other years would have been my number 1.
Wow.
It is a phenomenal movie. It is it's gimmicky, but it works. It reminds me of
Blair Witch Project, kind of like gimmicky.
yeah, where it's like it does something different, but like
But it works for it.
commits
Yeah.
to it so hard.
Or Chronicle,
exactly.
where it's like it's gimmicky, but like
But
it
the
makes
gimmick
sense.
totally
and,
is
yeah.
in service of the story,
Yeah.
and it doesn't get tiresome.
Yeah.
The idea of Searching is someone's daughter goes missing, and the entire movie, and it's John Cho is the main actor, does a great job in this movie. Everything is shown through screens. So he's trying to piece together what happened by looking through her computer, and you see like the Mac OS as she goes through stuff, as he goes through stuff, he'll open up emails and read the emails, but then that'll get sent somewhere else and like sent to his phone, and then the whole thing will then be like he's on FaceTime talking to someone. So everything always has to be from a screen. And the way that they have that kind of match the story and plot that's going on, but in addition to that, not rely too much on one thing over and over and over, with the exception of FaceTime. They do use that a lot because that's the only way you actually get
It's to see
someone's
people's faces.
face
Reaction, yeah.
yeah. But there's so many twists, and like right when you think that they've expensed all of the screen gimmicks that they can use, there'll be a big plot point that happens, or a big like, oh shit, what's gonna go down?
And it's live on
And then
Twitch.
they'll introduce live on Twitch. They'll introduce stuff where you're like, holy shit, I wouldn't have thought to use GPS to show how someone's or like Google Maps to show that this character has moved. You know, it's like just really clever, cool fucking things. And it's like a really, really, really really good episode of Law and Order.
No, okay.
You know what I mean?
love that.
Where it's just
You had me. You got me.
where like you're watching it and you're like, oh, that guy did it. And then you're getting played as an audience member, and you know that, but you still keep falling for every trap that they give you.
Love it.
You know,
Love it.
And the end's satisfying. Like that's the coolest thing.
That's
is
really
it
exciting to
actually
hear.
ends with something that you didn't see coming.
Yeah. All right, my number 3, Deadpool 2.
Great movie.
I
funny as hell.
loved it. I thought it looked a lot better than the first one. Really funny. Did anybody watch the re-release?
No.
No.
Supposedly it was really bad.
Really?
Yeah, supposedly all the
Wow.
added stuff was really funny, but it simply didn't work.
Without all the hardcore rated R stuff.
I read a review that was like this is an example of why editing is important. Wow. And how you can't just throw something together and just be like, this is a movie. It's like there are scenes that are missing that make things not make sense.
That's so interesting because with the team that made Deadpool, you would think that same attention to detail would be put into the re-edited version.
Yeah, but so
no.
much of the pizzazz and so much of the goodness of Deadpool is the raunchiness.
Yeah.
And you take that, I mean, that's the character.
Yeah.
You take it out, you don't have the character.
Right.
What do you have if you can't show him cutting someone's head off and blood and making a dick joke and all that stuff? He's just, that's the reason why Deadpool is so good is because the rest of all the other comic book movies can't be that. And he is the thing that can go there.
We watched the unrated version for the
In Review.
Yeah, In Review. I enjoyed that better too.
Or whatever.
I remember the unrated version added a couple scenes that were just a little bit longer.
Some scenes were funny.
They
Dolly Parton scene was
changed
a
out
little funnier for me.
some joke scenes where he's
Yeah.
shooting at him. They changed it back to doesn't matter. But yeah, that movie I enjoyed. Again, another movie where I was really scared that it wasn't going to be as good as it was, and it was. And I'm happy it came out. Nick, you're number 2?
Avengers Infinity War. We
Excellent.
talked about it.
Excellent.
It's phenomenal. If you've missed it, get out from underneath the rock you're living in. Go watch it.
Tim, you're number 2.
Spider-Verse already talked about it.
Oh, so good. And then Spider-Verse is my number 2. Nicholas, you're number 1.
My number 1 with a bullet is Vice. This
Wow.
movie is
Coming in right at the end there.
something. It's something. It's something. Watched it over the holiday break. I think Christian Bale. We've all known Christian Bale's a good actor, but fucking A, dude, he is so good in this.
God, I'm so excited. I'm
So
trying to
good
see
in
Vice this
And
weekend
Amy
too.
Adams is fucking phenomenal in this, and to get some of the shit they do in this movie, you're like, it's so creative and so and then the fact that all of this shit is a fairly true reenactment of stuff that I lived through.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this is the way this may have been. It's pretty crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, I'm blown away by that. Tim, you're number 1?
So here's the thing. My whole list of movies,
Oh, man.
I kept talking about how there's experiences I haven't had in movies. I felt a certain way, or I can't believe this movie was made. It's so many things I love, like Spider-Verse, or 8th Grade, made by this creator that I love so much. All of that is a perfect storm ending in my number 1, which is Bodied.
Oh wow.
Wow. Damn.
One of my favorite
Did not
I
see
creators.
this.
forgot about Body, and frankly, it should be on my list.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow.
Joseph Kahn,
Wow.
another one of my favorite creators of all time, one of my favorite music video directors. He's done so many cool stuff. And this goes to another one of those things of this movie should not exist and should not be as good as it is. And it should not give as much respect to a culture that I love, but it does. And it makes it accessible to people that aren't in it.
I loved Body, and I don't know anything about this world at all. I thought it was a phenomenal movie. So well done.
It had so
and
much
I
to say.
can't believe
and it said
I
it
went
well.
through so many lists of movies to make sure that I had everything, and I missed Body. This should definitely be on my list, and it's super upsetting. I hate
It's
everything.
fantastic. The music's great. The writing is clever, and like I said earlier, it gets the job done. It has something to say, and there's commentary, but it doesn't just put something out there and be like, "Well, figure out the answer." It presents solutions to a lot of the political issues going on, and I feel like it does it very well. And I'm happy that more people get to watch it now. It's available for YouTube Premium members. Anybody can watch it now. So check that shit out.
Was it made by YouTube?
It was financed.
Yeah.
And Adi Shankar was also producer. Another one of my favorite creators. So a lot of great stuff going on in that movie. What a fucking year.
Yeah. So that's our top 10 list. Let me know your top 10 movies of 2018 in the comments below, and I'll come back later on YouTube and tell you what I think. Fair warning, I don't sugarcoat my reactions. I tend to be very rude. So just a heads up for that. Also, we were supposed to have a segment that posted on the bronze tier where you could go and put your number 1 in a tweet-sized reaction.
Yeah.
But that didn't go out till like an hour before this we started recording this. So right now the only response is from Salvatore, and it's just blank. But we will talk about those next week.
Next week for bronze members on patreon.com/kindoffunny, how can they contribute? What should they respond with to be read out on the show?
Give me a second. I have it written down somewhere. Basically, give me 140 character reason on why you chose your favorite movie from 2018. That's it. What made it your favorite?
Love it.
Yeah?
Love it.
Gotta love it, baby.
Mm-hmm. Also, I don't know how this works. Should I say what the next week's bronze tier thing is?
Well, I think this is that was the next week.
Yeah. Okay.
So next week on the bronze tier is their number ones, and then
good.
on that time we'll say the next week.
This not going up the right day screwed up my things.
That's fine. I think a lot of people are going to want to weigh in on this as well. So
yeah, this is a big one.
It's good for next week.
The last segment that we're going to do that's going to go really fast is out now on streaming platforms. Just a couple movies that are out right now that I'm excited about. On Amazon Prime, A Beautiful Mind, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. These should all be out by the time I'm reading it, with one exception. That's the next movie, 8th Grade. Comes out January 13th on Amazon Prime.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then on Netflix, Happy Feet, all the Indiana Jones, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Pan's Labyrinth, Pulp Fiction, The Addams Family, The Dark Knight, The Departed, The Mummy 1 and 2,
Uh-oh.
Watchmen, Triple X,
Oh my
Triple
God.
X State of the Union. A lot of movies on Netflix. Solo, A Star Wars Story. You don't have to watch that one.
Woo!
Sure.
As he wears
You don't actually like that.
the ILM
do.
jacket.
I know.
This is for
wearing a
episode.
Star Wars
this is
jacket.
for episode 7.
Sure it is.
Hey, here's the thing.
I think.
It's definitely not Solo.
We don't need to go into this. We'll save it for maybe next
there it
week
is.
or
There's
something.
the stuff.
But I saw there was a new teaser for Game of Thrones release for the final season, where we actually saw our first footage of this season. It was a teaser for HBO's lineup in 2019, and it was like a minute long, and it would like flash like the logo, and then you'd see like 4 seconds of footage of each show, and it just went through everything HBO has to offer. Damn, there's a lot of cool stuff coming, including Watchmen,
Yes.
which there's footage of.
I didn't know
That
that
is
there was
the
footage
Watchmen
of.
series.
Yeah,
Further
Watchmen
along.
series
Yeah.
is coming.
Why did I think that was Amazon?
No,
yeah,
it's HBO, but
HBO.
I can't believe it's this soon. Like, it exists, it's real.
I'm sure that it's really far away, like at the end of the year kind of stuff.
Still, like, I thought that was 2020.
Man, dude, someone in
2021.
HBO is like, please let this be a hit because we need this.
I can't believe that they're doing Watchmen. But anyways, we'll talk more about that later. The last thing is out on movie
thing.
out on movie theaters.
We'll call the last thing we should call it the last thing we do the post-credit sequence.
Oh, I like that a lot. Out of movie theaters, not much out. On the Basis of Sex is coming out, which I'm
forward to
excited
that.
about to
She is really
watch.
stoked.
And then a movie that I'm just going to talk about it because I feel like the morning show talked a lot about it. A Dog's Way Home.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
out this
God.
week.
Is it?
Yeah.
The movie.
I wonder what
You got
happened.
an A-list. Go
If
check it
you-
out, maybe.
If you don't want to watch this movie, by the way, and spend your hard-earned dollars on it, just watch the trailer for it because it shows the whole fucking movie.
Now, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I want you to watch it. Now, I watch a lot of movies now because at A-List, me and Gia go together a lot. We've watched probably 5-6 movies in the last month, and that fucking trailer plays before every
one of them.
single one of them.
Jesus.
And so this time I look over at her, she's like, I can't believe they just show. She gets so mad about it. She's like, I can't believe they show the entire plot. And I was like, or do they? She's like, what do you mean?
That's the thing.
The thing ends.
What if it's
the thing
totally-
ends with this dog running towards the owner, and like that was lost for a long time, and the owner looking at her like imagine if a truck just goes bah.
I mean, you know,
God.
it'd be awesome. What if it was like Marley and Me, where the dog just dies to the last
Oh,
like.
no.
But yeah, like he's like running, just has a heart attack, and just keels over.
Jesus.
Yeah,
The adventure was too much.
fucked up
Then we
shit.
switch to the truck that hit him, and there's a serial killer in
Oh
it.
my God, the sequel coming soon.
Thank you for joining us on the first episode of Screencast. This show is recorded live every Friday at 11 a.m. on twitch.tv /funny games, and then posted on YouTube. So if you like it, subscribe, like, hit the bell, do whatever you
Do
have
all
to.
the things, baby.
Yeah. And thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried my best.